Well, hello. How are we all doing out there? It's a bit of there are no words for the energies that are flying in. It's galactic love. There is a lot of love coming in on the planet if you're feeling a bit lost. I know there's been a lot of fatigue, headaches, that vibration within the cells. It's a very strange feeling. I don't know if you've been getting it, but it's like a ripple effect throughout the whole of the body. Every so often I keep getting anyway. You can feel the release, the hot and the cold, the headaches, and then maybe not the headaches. It's been a real mix. So I asked today, they want me to keep it very simple. It's going to be very, very quick. And they also want to express how we're going to be playing this big one, which is all about allowing the energy to attune with the body. So this is why we're going to be playing this one today. So I'm going to get myself in position because it's quite big. I don't want to crack it on there. And all we need you to do is just take a very, very, very deep breath. This is really to acclimate with the energies that are in your field, that are happening around your field. I know, speaking to lots of people, this energy, what a time we're creating in, hey? And what are we going to focus on? That is the question. So I've got it all typed up because it's going to be very quick. It's already on Dragon's Eye. So for those of you who English isn't the first language, go onto the website dragon'seyehub.com and go onto the blog, and then you can see all the different languages that you can put the written words in that we're going to be speaking about today. Okay, so that's that. So apart from that, we're sending so much love, so much love around the world, wrapping people in light, situations in light, and just keep on focusing on the creation aspect is the message and the message of today. So take a very, very deep breath and then we'll begin, okay? Just a little bit of integration energy to start this whole session, if that's what we want to call it. You know, I've lost loads of words. I don't know about you, there's been fatigue, and like today I'm drifting around. I had such a busy day yesterday, got everything done, and today's kind of like, okay. And they're asking, remember, because we are going from the inside out, we're recreating from the inside out. They are asking us to rest. Rest. We're just going to play a little bit of the New Earth energy to get us into that creation process. I don't know if you can hear this. I hope you can. I really hope you can, because it's beautiful. There you go. The New Earth energies on that love stream. Okay, so here we go. What a time we are creating in. The embodiment of these energies are interesting. Hot then cold, headaches then not. As Uranus on the left-hand side of the third eye is working with the field and connecting to the new synapses within the physical brain. As the energy flows through the body, the interchanging cells can you feel that vibration sometimes? Like all your cells are vibrating as you release and then bring in the flow. The magnetic elegance between those cells, working with the aurora borealis, the magnetics of our beautiful sun. So we are living, the expression they used is that we are living and breathing poetry. That's nice, right? from a human perspective, it can feel too much sometimes. The message is we are evolving from the inside out. I've been asked by the council to keep it very simple this week, so it's a very simple broadcast this week. I've been asked to keep it extremely calm. We could talk of the chaos, or shall we focus on creation? So that is the message. The message from the Golden Ratio chart. So this is a chart that we created today. As you can see, this is the Golden Ratio chart. Why do I show you the chart? Because that sends off energy. The Golden Ratio is 108 degrees, 108 degrees, and then 144 degrees across. And as you know, the triangle, the shape of a triangle, that's why here at Dragon's Eye we have the Dragon's Eye in a triangle, is it enables coherence. So the message from the Golden Ratio chart, from the epicenter of the chaos as we see our world collapse, the energy centers are the root, the bridge between, well, the energy centers it's working with is the root energy on all of us, the bridge between the heart and the solar plexus, and also 30 centimeters above the head. So you can see there's a lot of energy at play in the root here, and then way up here, going beyond time and space. So this is why it can feel, with your energy, it can feel a bit upside down sometimes. Sometimes you want to rest, sometimes you want to race with the world, you know? And that's why living in the moment does help, and giving yourself space in your diary will really help you. We are in evolutionary times. There's a chaos which is collapsing many paradigms in front of our eyes. We are being asked, are you going to focus on the void of creation to create, or go into the chaos? So here, what we've created is a simple playlist to enable you wherever you are energetically. So on the 11th of March, we are now post-eclipse and fire horse. The fire horse is here. We're now traveling towards a new moon in the next 2 weeks. So now, when we have on the 11th of March, the moon is at 50%, so it's decreasing now. And when it gets to that 50% mark, that is the true void. And this is when the void is most active, as there is no veil. So it's a really good time to connect. It's a really good time to slow down on that day. Create space where you can. Don't book it in too much, she says. I know I do it all the time, but you know, we're being asked on the 11th, wherever we are in the world, because as we connect, remember, we're connecting beyond time and space. We're connecting to be aware of what we're releasing, and we're also asking to connect to what is expanding. So these 3 parts of the human body are very active right now. And so it's a really good time to connect, because we're also bringing in new grids in through us into the earth. And the more of us that are bringing grids into the earth herself, she recognizes this, and she then answers the grid, and she brings it in, she works with it. I won't go into it because it's a huge chat, and we're going to keep it simple today. But yeah, just be aware of what you're doing, which is why the energy can be up and down. One day you feel you've got loads of energy, sometimes you feel you've got none. You know, you can feel like that fatigue flowing. Sometimes you feel like you've slept all night, and sometimes you think, have I slept? Well, clearly I have, because I'm okay, but it doesn't feel very resonant. So it's a good time to connect on the 11th of March, when the moon is in that true voidist state. True connection can be held there. So Uranus is at 285 hertz, which is really good for the vagus nerve and the central nervous system to calm everything down. Uranus is the left side of the third eye. And as Uranus, our new path, is at 5 degrees and 5 minutes, it's on that evolutionary cusp of the beginning. It's transformational. And is this where you will put your focus? If it is, then just play and connect. So this is what we're doing this week. We're explaining where the energies are, and then we're asking you, is this where your focus is? Is this where you want to put your focus? If it is, just play and connect. So when we say just play, you can go on the frequency directory on the website It's for free, and you just press whichever frequency you want to do and let it play around you. Maybe close your eyes, maybe have a bath, maybe put your feet in water with some salt, with your crystals, whatever you want to do, just play and connect. This is why frequency is so simple, and it can be as simple as that. Your Venus, which is the whole left side of everybody, so this is the collective Venus, is working with clarity, because this is what Venus does. Working with limitlessness, this is the 432, this is working with it, the all. In fact, there is a lot of activation within the limitlessness right now, so it can feel dizzying. And so Venus is working with clarity and limitless activation. It's how she's starting the week, as her week goes from Friday to Friday. So this is today. So this is where Venus is working from today, which is activational, limitless, and clarity. Jupiter, our collective root energy center, is working on the 396 on the 444. Expansion of whatever you put your focus on, as he is in the place of communication at 2222, working these Lemurian numbers and creating with Atlantean energy, asking us to remember the light we are. So if you want to work with your root energy, just play and connect. 396 on the 444. And if you go on the website, they're all there. I'm going to put the link to the website below this post. We're then going to a new energy center that we don't really talk about much, and if you tend to mention the name, people kind of go, ugh. But as we know, Black Moon, Lilith, all these names are recreating themselves as we recreate. The archetypes have many different aspects, and now they're asking to embrace their new aspects. So Hades, now Hades works between the south node of the heart and Eris, which is sort of north, it's on your breastbone, and that is within the solar plexus. Now Hades is the bridge between what you're releasing from your heart and what you're feeling within your solar plexus. The bridge between the heart and the solar plexus is in communicating expansion mode, where we release from the heart, asking us, are we aware of what we are releasing, and how do we feel? It's asking for that conversation, because when so much change is going on, much can be unconsciously releasing and then trigger us. So now we're being asked to focus on what we're releasing before it goes off to the infinite. And do we thank it for all that we've learned? It's a good place to start that message. So, if you feel you're releasing something within your life, within your body, whatever you're releasing, be aware, thank it. Thank you, teacher. Thank it for what it's shown you as it goes off, because this is where our consciousness is really expanding. So, we're being asked to really recognize, because if we thank it and recognize it, those triggers go with it as well. So it's quite interesting work. So again, if this is the work that you're working with right now, because you can be working with many of these different energies, so just remember, just press and play. Whatever mode you're in, just choose daily, hourly, how you work. So remember, one day it might be Jupiter, then Venus, then Hades. But now we're going to Polaris, which is 30 centimeters above the head. It goes beyond space and time. Just change the page. It's evolutionary aid coming into our hemisphere, in our field. Just call it in, focus and work on what is coming in to aid you to create your new reality, new ways of being. And it's asking you, can you do this in this chaotic state? Now, we're all in different parts of the world. So we're all choosing where we want to start with this creation energy and the energies that we want to work in. And this goes through our past lives, it goes through our future lives, and it goes in the now. So it'd be interesting where we all are in the world and where we're being asked to work from. So this energy of Polaris, which is 396 on the 555. Now 396 is communication, 555 is evolutionary. So it's asking you, as this aid comes in to create your new reality, new ways of being, can you do this in this chaotic state? Just press and play. it might be easier than you think. And then, of course, with any golden ratio chart, we have 2 points of balance from the chaos, which is happening. And we've got Mars over here, so he's going either that way or that way. Do you choose balance or do you send it into the chaos? This is the question we're being asked. So Mars is, let's have a look. Mars is here right now. It's here right now, and he's amplifying down here. This is the line of integration, and will you stay with it being balanced, or will you send it into the chaos? It's quite interesting when you see it on a piece of paper like that rather than in the world. So this Mars energy, our right side, are you sending it into the chaos? Is that where your focus is? Or are you bringing it back to balance and then work with it creatively for you and within your creations? So evolutionary energy, 396 on the 555, just play and connect. So when you go to play and connect, they're just reminding me, play 396, play 432, play 285, play 396, and call in Polaris, call in Hades, call in Jupiter, call in Venus. Just call in what you're bringing. So remember, just press and play. So go on the website, go on the free. I mean, actually, if you go on to YouTube, you might actually get 396 and 555 hertz together. Try it. But just playing the 396 and calling in Hades will bring you straight to that energy. Just playing 396 and calling in Polaris will take it into this evolutionary aid. So the 2 balance points, one is 741 on the 111, which is transformational balance. This is really helping you if you're struggling, and it works with balance and transformation. The other point is 432 on the 444, limitless Atlantean codes working with the magnetics of the earth, with the galactic Arcturians on the green ray, the heart energy, which is why on the picture on this week's, if you go on the website and you go on the blog, you'll see a picture of a dragon's eye, and it's all that green Arcturian heart energy that's coming in to help with our emotions. These are the main frequencies of the week. Just playing connect, like we've just said. Either way, it will bring into your reality what you are focusing on through frequency and thought. So if you don't play these frequencies, this energy is still, this is what human beings do. Whatever we place our focus on, we create. And we've forgotten that. So now it's time to focus and create. What are we focusing on? Mercury is still retrograde, so our conscious mind has slowed right down and moving through limitless energy, and it's in conjunction with the sun today. The energy of Jupiter, Polaris and Hades is slow moving and is going to be playing out for some weeks, some months. So they are good tools to be working with right now, especially Hades and Polaris, extremely slow energies, so they're with us for quite some time. Jupiter moves that little bit quicker than they do, so Jupiter will be moving into the wisdom of the moon, May, June time. So this is just telling you how long these energies. It's not just this week. Although all the Venus, the Mercury, those energies are swift moving. The other ones are here to stay for quite some time. So we have time to practice where we place our focus. And then, of course, we've put the list of Venus this week without the keywords, because there is a lot of energy going on, and if you're to focus, it really helps just to press and play right now. And so on the 6th of March, today is limitless clarity of activation. Tomorrow is limitless clarity of remembering. On the 8th, it's limitless clarity of transformation. On the 9th, it's limitless clarity of Lemurian portal energy, when the energy can work within the physical from the non-physical and vice versa. On the 10th, it's limitless clarity of Atlantis energy, so a lot of codes coming in from Gaia. The 11th of March, limitless clarity of evolutionary energy, so maybe that's a good time for you to connect to Polaris. And the 12th of March, we're right back at limitless clarity working with Venus again. So that takes us right back to next week. So just remember, this week, just play and connect. What will you focus on this week? Bringing ease, light and flow from the Council of Three. So thank you very much and have a great week. And we'll see you next week. And just be kind to yourself and others. Okay. Have a great week.